Hey there, I'm Yannick and this is Pro. A little spoiler warning, bad jokes are incoming. But if you like bad jokes, you should definitely smash the subscribe button now. Well, let's not waste any more time and start the devlog now. This week I spent it to improve the AI of my enemy. So the most time of the week I spent with coding. Previously, when the enemies were chasing the player, they were just flying at them in a straight line. This isn't quite the behavior that you want, because just a little rock between you and the enemy and you're safe and he has no way to get around it. This isn't artificial intelligence, this is just artificial stupidity. It was time for me to implement the A-star pathfinding algorithm. This algorithm finds a path between 2 points, avoiding any obstacles that are between them. It does so by laying out a huge grid. For every grid cell you have to define if you can walk on the cell or if you have to avoid it because there's an obstacle in the cell. The algorithm then calculates the shortest path between the cell you're currently in and the cell that you're aiming for, while avoiding all the cells that you can't access. Ha! Now no one can say that this devlog series isn't educational. If you also want to implement this algorithm for your game, there's a great Brackeys tutorial. Just click on the link in the description and you will get to it. I just had to find the correct parameters for this algorithm and voila! The enemies are now avoiding the obstacles when they are chasing the player or just walking around. But actually that's not enough to call them artificial intelligent. Bad jokes are incoming. I'm sorry. So to further improve the AI, I created a state machine. Well, I normally only show you everything that's working, so I guess it's also time to show you some failures. Maybe you can learn from them. When I started to implement the state machine, the attack of the enemy wasn't working anymore. When he was attacking the player, most of the time he didn't deal any damage. And it took quite some hours to figure out why this was happening. So as it turned out, if you have a collider in a game object and also a collider in the child object of this game object, then you need a rigid body attached to both of these objects, or the parent object will detect all the collisions of both colliders. In my case, I had a large trigger collider in the parent object that was used to detect if the player is nearby and if the enemy should chase him. And I had a very small trigger collider around the enemy, which is used so when the player enters this collider, the enemy will start attacking him. But since the parent object also detected the collisions of the small collider, he started again to chase the player instead of changing to the attacking state, and so he didn't deal any damage. I'm so educational today. Awesome. So everything was working at this point, but one very important thing was still missing. When being hit, the enemy didn't react. Well, they blinked red a little bit, but there was no physical reaction. Muchas grande no reaccione comprehendo, amigo. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Pow! That's why an animation for being hit was definitely needed. I implemented it and the result is, well, not good enough yet, but just some tweaking and twisting and it's working perfectly. Since the state machine is done now, it's time to put the new enemy on a test. Ah, damn it! Hell no! Oh damn! Maybe I can do it with sound effects. I just gotta pick up the weapon and let's go! I don't think that's how a spear sounds, but the lightsaber is my best. Yes! Stab you to death! Yeah! Yeah, I'm honestly sorry for that one, but I don't have implemented any sound yet and this was my best impersonation, so So this wraps up this week's devlog, and if you made it this far, you should definitely subscribe now to see other beautiful videos like these. And you can tell that you were one of the first 100 subscribers when I surpass the subscriber count of PewDiePie in a few weeks. Yeah, this was pretty nice. See y'all!